Hello. It appears we've landed back in Train Sim World 2. That's not our train. That, in fact, is not our train. This is our train. We are doing the 7:24 service to Ramsgate as far as Faversham. Oh, it's 12 coaches. I've got to walk 12 coaches down. Let's just walk down this way and let's just check this back cab while we're at it. Because this is meant to be on tail light mode. Okay. Right. 12 coach train. It's 395. We've got 027 at the back, I guess. These people are all lining up ready. 25 departure course. So we're out to Faversham. Seems we'll be calling at. So it says. It should be the usual stops. Yeah. So we're calling it Stratford International, Ebbsfleet International, Gravesend, Strood, Rochester, Chatham, Gillingham, Raynham, Sittingbourne, and then Faversham. And then the train will continue through round the coast. Yes, round the coast towards Ramsgate. There are other services that will be... In fact, no, I think these services are the 1C that go all the way round. So all the way Ramsgate and then continue back round towards Dover. From Dover towards Ashford. Ashford back down to St Pancras via the high-speed one. Of course, we are using the high-speed one here. This is just the start of it. Of course, it does continue through Ebbsfleet, but we break off from Ebbsfleet. And oh, that is actually nice. I didn't plan that. 395001. Very nice train here. Very nice lineup. They must have just arrived. No, take another screenshot in a moment. Nice station. YouTube just down there. Let's get in. Thank you very much. Let's leave the door open for now. We're gonna have KVB on. TVM I'm gonna leave off because it's a bit of a bother, and I'm not too good at driving this yet. Just leaves a bit of peace of mind that it's not gonna suddenly try and stop me. Okay. Yes, begin. Yes. Okay. Daylights. Yes, okay. Going into here, stick that into neutral. That sort of wakes up. And we're going to do our emergency brake test control in just a second. Gonna do our DRA. Citizens forwards. That works. Gonna set this. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, we're all good. Usually do a DSD test as well, but in this train you can't keep it lifted up for some reason. Headlights are set. That's all set. We're all good. Very good. They should be quiet over there, being all noisy. Is that still glass? That no, it's not. So there should be some sort of wall there. I'm not sure that'd be allowed in real life. Just, I don't know. I'm gonna open up those doors. Here's the passenger area. I'm gonna close that door. Yeah. Normal seating, it's all standard class. Very nice. Goes down. There's no connection between the middle. In the middle, by the 6th coach, down that way, you'll see, if we just have a look. It's going to run down this way. And you would have also seen it as I was walking past it. They were all waiting. That's lovely. Even though I had the doors closed, they must have got on before the train was locked again. Here's the end coach, disabled toilet. And yeah, it just cuts off, and then you got this little bit here. It's just, and these displays do work. They'll just be turned on in 1 minute when the service wakes up, and then same with these on the outside. And the ones I'll show you at the end, you would have already seen it as well. It's just the destination display at the top of the cab as well. Of course, we are running 12 coaches, so we have got power at the front, power at the back. Usually, most of the time, you'll have the pantograph up just at the back of the train. If it's just a 6 coach. Let's get in this way. Very nice, very nice. That's where we're going to be sitting for the next hour. This nice screen here, it will all wake up in a second, show the destination, head code kind of thing. It will show it here as well. Back to a driving menu. Here it goes, it's just, there we go, destination at Ramsgate, and we are service 1 Foxtrot 10, which would actually be a Faversham service. But for some reason, it's for Ramsgate, sure. And of course on this screen you've got your power and braking indication. Doors here, so red means open or unlocked, released. Blue means locked. Clock, analog, not fun. That one's digital but can't read it from a distance. Good. Let's see if that open door triggers. Oh, it does! Nice! Nice. See, we're in 305.001 and 027 at the back. And we're in driving coach 2. Yeah? Yeah. That's what it says here. Usually it will say it. In some trains it will show, oh here it goes, cab B. So we're at the B end. Fair enough. And we're departing in 1 minute. So we've got power. Confirm that we've got line volts, MCBs, VCBs are closed. That's just the MCB mini circuit breaker, main circuit breaker, and then V, I can't remember what that means. Looks like we're ready to go. So speed limits around here are going to be in kilometers per hour. Once we go to Ebbsfleet, it'll change around to miles per hour, and the signals will change back. These signals, as we get into the tunnel, I'll show you in a second. These signals are normal, generic British signals, as you should know. We're going to close the doors. Doors confirmed locked. That's closed, and we're going to set off. Give it a bit more power leaving out of here. Sometimes train drivers will really zoom it out of here. But it's only a 40k limit out of here, which is roughly 20-25 miles an hour. And then we've got 60 just coming up. That's about, what's it? 30, 40, about 40, 35. So the black on the inside, red on the outside. Speed boards just mean they're kilometre per hour. To help not confuse things. And go, hey, 60 limit, 60 mile per hour. No. You better not. I'm gonna just gonna up the game sound here. Coming up to our 60. This is going up to an 80, which will be about 50 miles an hour. Using it off here, going into a tunnel, and this tunnel, let's turn on the reading light. Going to be going up to a max speed of 225. Not going to be able to reach that speed, but these signals are TVM in cab. You'll see it go bloop in a second. There it goes. It's giving us our 80. This tunnel doesn't last very long, and then it comes out to the Stratford International. Here we go up to 200 now. And I'm actually going to turn off my reading light. It's going to get dark in the cab in a moment. It's just a weird glitch in the game. So up to 200, and then it'll be going up to 230, and our max speed will be 225. We'll reach about 200, and then we will start our deceleration. You'll sort of see, you'll hear it, and you'll see these displays start to flash. That means the next signal will be giving us a lower speed limit, and then by the next signal after that, we will have to be at that speed. Gonna brighten up these nice little things. That's a DSD, making sure we're still awake because I haven't moved anything in a while. That's our 225. Gonna dim those back down actually. And there's our flasher. So our next speed should be 200. I'm gonna keep it around that speed. There's our signal. Gonna start our deceleration. Just a very little one to the next signal. And then we'll start a proper deceleration in just a few seconds. Here comes our signal. Bring down more speed. Down to 160. Just going to bring off this for a second. You can see my brake gauge here. It's just that little thing there. Sort of a little needle there. Sort of shows how much percentage of brake I'm putting. I mostly do up to a max of 60 or 80. 80 at max. So I'm just going to push it a bit closer there, because I wasn't decelerating enough. There's another brake gauge. We don't use that very much. Just heading out of the tunnel now. I'm going to aim to be going a bit more slower. And now just coming out into Stratford International. We'll be stopping right at the end of the platform. 12-car marker. Starting a bit more of deceleration. Six-car trains do stop a little bit earlier. Not too far earlier. It's just around there. You can see that there. That's 6 marker. We just go to the end by that 12. This is a bit of a slow approach. Usually you would go a little bit faster. But I will do what I want. And they open doors. Okay, next bit after this we'll go into a tunnel. It's quite long. We'll reach around 225. Around that point we might start climbing up the hill. We'll lose quite a bit of speed. Keep the power on full. Come out of the tunnel. level off, probably want to pull back the power a little bit after that, and we'll sort of just hover around 225 for a while, going over ground, curving around, straight back down over Dartford into a tunnel towards Ebbsfleet. It's much longer than what I said. But the next bit will be the fastest we'll be going on this route, and then after Ebbsfleet we will be going at a max of about 90 miles an hour, maybe 80. One thing to note is when you are on DC power, which is the third rail power, which we will see at Ebbsfleet, will be probably talked through again. The train draws less power, it can't draw as much power, which means the motors run slower, which means you accelerate slower. Which is fun. Great fun. But here you zoom off. Except this is a 12 coach, so it's actually quite sluggish. The 6 car one is really nippy. That is especially on overheads. Just the route as well, Eurostars run on. Eurostars usually pass through the middle, through that middle track there we're just joining up with. Pass through 230 miles an hour, 230 kilometers an hour, which is just over. What is it? Just over 140, about 145? 145 miles an hour. We will hear the DSD go off in a couple seconds. There it goes. Up through 180. So now these trains have been in service for about, I think it's 11 years now. Last year, or the year before actually, they were celebrating 10 years of service. So it's around 11 or 12 years I think now. That's from the date of 2021. Speeding through 210. Expecting another DSD any second now. When we come out of the tunnel, we will be near Dagenham Docks. Here we go. Which is, there's also a train station there. And then after Dagenham, we will be passing Rainham, London. Not to be confused with Rainham, Kent. Here we are, coming out of Dagenham. Back out into the daylight. keeping it full power just until we reach around 223. We'll be hanging around power slot 2 and 3 for about most of the time. Sometimes maybe going down to 0 or 4, just as this bit is going uphill, so we just need that power to keep the speed up. And then we probably want to release the power a bit as we go downhill. Another time I could do a video of the LGV routes, that is between Marseille and Avignon. That's with the TGV, duplex. Those can be like 16 coaches, something like that. Up to 16, 18, no 20 coaches sometimes, I think it is. Really long trains, those can go up to 320 kilometers an hour, which is around 200 miles an hour. That one's much more hilly than this. This is rather hilly. Goes all over the place. That one, even more. You're going up, down, up, down. You've got to do a lot of power management, a lot of braking, a lot of accelerating. Interesting train to drive. Interesting power change as well, mid-drive, or whilst going down a hill, you also got to do it. That's interesting. But I'll do that probably another time. Bit here, we're just passing through London. Actually just about approaching Dartford now. Just about a corner away. And that will just about do it for a high-speed section. It'll be the second signal coming up. That will be warning us of our speed reduction. Either it's this one or the next one. Okay, this one's warning us, and the next one will be bringing us down in speed. Gonna dim down my lights again for the tunnel. Bring down the brakes down to about 60. Doing a little bit of preemptive slowing down here, just helps you keep ahead of it. Doesn't lose you too much time. But time is not really the goal for this, either the stopping accuracy. This is just to show off the route. And have a nice little drive. This is an awesome train. Fastest train in the UK other than the Eurostar. Or at least fastest service other than the Eurostar. There was that one HST that did 148, something like that. But that doesn't count, that wasn't in service. Just coming out here. And here is where we leave the high speed line. Other trains towards Ashford will break off to the left here. We break off right and go up a slope. And this slope leads us into platform 5. Up at platform 5 is when we change power sources to third rail. You'll see it come in at the end of the platform here. Down there on the other platforms where the Ashford trains stop, they don't change power, they continue on overheads until Ashford International. Our cab is now turning off and we get our AWS. That's what we'll be running on now. There's our third rail coming in. And we're going to start slowing down. Stop markers all the way at the end for both 6 car and 12 car. And easily doing it to the stop sign. Here it goes. And to max brakes, open up the doors. Let's switch the power over to DC. Press and hold that button. That changes over. That's like that. Press that button, sorts itself out. We're now on third rails. We just have a look outside. You can see pantograph's now down, front and back. Don't do this in real life, of course. I'm gonna climb down this. Climb down. Thank you very much. And you can see the third rail here. The shoe is in contact with it. No step. But nice try actually. Yeah. Picks up the power. I think it's 750 volts compared to the thousands you get with the overhead wires. You don't want to touch those. This one, don't want to touch it still. It's quite a lot of current, quite a lot of amps, quite a lot of voltage. Just don't touch it. We'll be closing our doors. Got a green signal. Booted correctly. Gonna give it some power. And you'll see how much power it just truly lacks. There you go, into full power. This is now measuring in miles per hour. So up to 30 miles an hour. And then the starting speed limit will be 60. As you can see there on the left now. There's some sidings around to the left. And some other little things. There's our repeater signal on the left. Just letting us know that the signal up there is green. And joining the main line. And towards Gravesend. Up to 70. Got a 30 limit coming up soon. Don't have to worry about it too much. Just getting a warning for that 30 now. And passing a high-speed service that is going to where we just came from, St Pancras International. Passing this signal now. Probably want to start thinking about slowing down. Passing this bridge now. Definitely going to think about slowing down. And I know I'm slowing down a little bit too late. Just to make sure we got this. And the speed sign is just after this signal here. Here it goes. Down to a 30 limit. This station's changed quite a bit. It used to have 2 through tracks. And just a single left and right platform, 1 and 2. That's changed around now, as you'll see. 3 platforms. And yes, So services, far right platform, those go to London Victoria and Charing Cross, served by mostly 465s and the occasional 376. Funny looking trains, bit like the London Overground, but different. Those are part of the Electrostar family, related to the, related to the Class 375, which I drove, which I haven't drove in the last video. I drove the 465 in the last video, never mind. I haven't drove that yet. I should drive that in another video, if I feel up for it. But that's part of the Electrostar family. They're pretty much similar, just as the interior and cabs that are slightly different. And this is Gravesend. You can also change services here for South Eastern services. No. You change here for Thameslink services, actually, that go to Luton, Kentish Town. That kind of area. Into the middle of London. Dartford as well. Stone Crossing, that kind of area. Very nice bit of area. Well, not really, but sure. Sure, give me a bit of credit. And ready to close our doors. Just about a minute late. That's no worry. And straight into notch 3. Up to a 30 limit. Next up will be a 50. Then a 70. Continue at 70. Round the marshland for a while. And then passing through Hoo Junction. Round right. Towards Higham. Passing through Higham. 2 tunnels. Nice bit of history for there. I told it in the last video. I don't need to say it again. Other than that, at the end of those 2 tunnels will be Strood again. The last video, as did start at Rainham, will be going past Rainham, and you'll be able to see that top bit there. I was considering starting Faversham, but we've already seen the direction from Faversham. Or at least from Rainham, heading towards Gravesend. Except we finished at Higham, actually. It's just the first time seeing Gravesend on my videos. Just come up to our 50 now. This route was originally released on Train Sim so long ago now. It's brilliant. I think they released it around 2012, 2013. This route came out in Train Sim. So it has been about 9 or 10 years. Which is brilliant, and how far it's came. And now we finally get a new version of it. I mean, this came out a couple of months ago now. Maybe 1 or 2, 3. But brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. I mean, look at this. It looks awesome compared to what was Train Sim. And Train Sim isn't that great even today. It's good sim, still very good sim, just not as good graphics. So just putting up to our 70 now. This is basically a straight line, level ground, passing a lot of fields on the right and left, quite close to the Thames actually, which you may see on the left. I might be able to see that soon. Quite a few level crossings around here. That's also the first time you hearing the horn of this train. We have a high and low, of course, and the Thames should be just over on the left. Sometimes when you're running on the train, you will see a massive ship. It's awesome, very awesome, brilliant sight. Just managing to coast around here at 70. You can see on the speedometer, I haven't mentioned it before, I should now. You got that dash there. If I bring a bit of acceleration in, you'll see it's a up arrow. If I put the brake down, it will show down arrow. That just means it just shows if we're decelerating or accelerating. It's very, very useful for the high speed line and these little bits here, or pretty much everywhere. Just passing through Hoo Junction now. Usually it's very busy, not like this. It's like almost never empty. There's always something going on. Excuse me. Now approaching our right hand turn towards Higham. This station where we left off in the last video in the 465, we went from Rainham to Higham. Should have been to Gravesend, but oh well, I don't know what was up with that routing. I find these two tunnels always challenging because at one end you have the 15 limit that you've got to slow down for in time, not too late, not too early, and on the other side, if you're stopping at Higham, you got to actually slow down in time, or as well, not too early. Here is Higham station now, curves around left a little bit, then turns right, that goes into the Higham tunnel. Okay, here's the Higham tunnel. Now if you watched the last video, you remember the space between both tunnels. That, of course, was for loading up trains during the war, I'm pretty sure. I think they tried loading bombs onto trains. Don't know how well that worked out. Must have worked out. But now it's all locked up. Of course, we will get our speed reduction warning soon. You'll hear the deed, and then I'll press the button. There'll be a sign and a signal, and I'll probably want to start slowing down just after that. And it looks like we are running about a minute to a half, 2 minutes behind. Not a big deal. It's really hard to stay on time in this game. There's our speed reduction warning, and we're going to start reducing our speed now. Looks like we're about to pass a train as well. What could it be? Kind of looks like a 375. Although those trains really drive up this line now. Is it a 3? Oh yeah, it's a 375. Just doing our last bit of slowing down now for our speed limit. In fact, I'm a bit late to those brakes. Hopefully just about catching it in time. I like to have the desk illumination up high when we're out of tunnel, so that's just that little switch here. I can press it with I and Shift I, as you can see here. Just turns it up and down. That's just for that gauge there and all the little illuminated lights. Now here we've got an upward gradient. It's a bit more of a pain when entering the station and leaving the station because you've got to be constantly every now and then putting down a little bit more brakes. As well as this station recently went under, I think it was last year or the year before, it went under a bit of redesign, which is quite nice. New station building, very nice looking. I think even a new underpass. Of course, that bridge there is for disabled access. Nice little station it is. Pretty much looks as it is. Very nice, easy stop. And we will open the left doors. Let's have a nice little look outside. Hello, Medway. Oh, oh, oh. No. Go. Oi. You, how did you? What have you done to your clothes? Where have you been? Naughty. Naughty. Where have you been? Get away. You do not deserve your door to be open. You hear that? Hello. Yeah. They won't let me in. There's the underpass as well. Let's close these doors. Now, the signal box. This is I think the last signal of North Kent that controls this route. Because just up from this hill is now the East Kent signal box, which is in Gillingham. That big building with glass on the side. By Gillingham Station. That's the operations centre. They do East Kent signal box. So we're at 15 limit. We'll be going up to 20 in just a few moments. And then round this corner will be 30. This 30, of course, as you remember, lasts for quite some time until just outside of Chatham Station. As you remember, that's submarine as well. Nuclear, I think it's nuclear German submarine. This is the Medway River. Goes out that way towards Maidstone. And that's way out towards the sea and the Thames. Just bring up our speed now to 30. Nice sharp little bend here. I like the bit of a lean. And now into Rochester Station. The new Rochester. Ooh, fancy. Everyone likes a new station. And it's another 395. Nice. I bet they're 12 coaches. And of course they're going to St Pancras International. Hello. You shouldn't be doing that in real life. Blowing your horn to other train drivers, but oh well. What are you gonna do? You can't stop me. Haha. Yeah, 12 coaches. Where's my stop marker? Nope, that's the 8. Okay. That's 4 and 8. Of course, this route isn't actually true to life in a few ways. But, you know, give them credit. They tried their best. They spent probably, I think, 3 months. They can spend up to 3 to 12 months working on a route. Ideally, probably 6 months. So, give them credit where due. As well as making this route during the pandemic with all this detail and whatever. Gotta give them to them. Very nice. They did a very good job. And the fact you can step through the seat. There's no easy way, because getting the seat, you sort of, can you turn it around? Maybe you can turn the seat around, but otherwise you'd have to sort of lift up that armrest, squeeze past, and then sit down. And that seat, wonderful view you get. You get a fantastic view of something you're going to hit your head into when you crash. Or you just sort of fall asleep and lay your head down forwards. This train as well, it was fitted recently, maybe not recently, after production, they fitted this nice little thing. Yeah, the little depot whistle, along with the horn. Ooh, that was weird. The horn was always there though. Along with pretty much almost everything else. The only other change that I think I remember, or that I can verify, is that they, with the MTB VCB system, when you switch to DC, you remember I only press the button once. You used to have to press it twice. So once to bring the shoes down, and the second time to connect the circuit breaker. But now it just does it all in one go. But when you switch to overheads, which is CTRL, you have to actually press it twice still. Why? I don't know. And now into a tunnel that I can't remember the name of. What's it called? Fort Pitt. I knew it. I just wasn't sure. Nice. This Fort Pitt tunnel. Signal just here for the station. It's always nice waiting at this signal when a train's sitting on the platform. You're going, I can see you. You're sitting right there. Move. Close your doors and move off. But no. You're just gonna sit there. Now arriving into Chatham? Chatham. No, it's Chatham. Now riding into Chatham platform. The Chatham. Anyway, so mark at the end of the station, and I think I said in the last video they're reworking that bridge. Actually, it's all taken down. A lot of work going on. So have a look out the door as usual. Nice. I know this station very well, of course. Very good station. So that bridge is now gone. It's sort of just like a an empty wall. Really weird. But of course you do have the stairs on the other side, so you can still get up. Yeah. Not a good place. Well, no, you got the dockyard there. You got Dovetail Games there as well. Dockyard, good little visit, I guess, but not particularly a place you want to go. Or even train spot. You wouldn't. Why would you want a train spot at this station? Huh? Huh? What kind of person would you be? Boop. Screenshot. Thank you. So, plonk ourselves back down. 2 minutes late. What a joy. Let's stick it into full power. And round 2, Gillingham. So we'll have our 50 limit, then 60 limit, back down, then slowing straight back down for Gillingham, of course. Then after Gillingham, we will have, I believe it is an 80 limit. Yes. 80 for down the line, 90 for up the line. And I am speeding. I wasn't minding my speed. Nice little repeater as well, very helpful. There's our 50 minute. Just speeding up soon. So it's quite a long wait to wait for the back of the train to pass. Here it goes. It should be just past it now. Yeah. I gotcha. It's a double yellow. How interesting. Now this train, its brakes are quite a disappointment. Either the train's heavy or they got pathetic brakes. Because the 800s, 385s, brilliant trains. Brilliant brakes, brilliant acceleration. Although those two ones are both overheads. But brakes on this train, disappointing. I don't expect the train to be that heavy either, so it just must be the brakes. There's a nice 465 there. Oh, and a 375 now arriving. That one's going to Charing Cross. Very, very good. And remember, stop, look, listen, beware of trains. Even though you shouldn't be stopping down there. Why is that sign there? You shouldn't be stop looking and listening for a train. Woo! I'm stepping on the tracks, I'm stepping on the third round. Nice. Very nice. Oh, if only the third round shoes were animated, that'd be really cool. Okay, cool. Got a green signal. Excuse me. Wait, where's that speaker? Huh? It's the train gods. They're speaking to me. They're coming from above and they've stopped speaking. Oh. I'm guessing there's meant to be a speaker there, but sure. It's got a nice little bit of a to it. Like it's got a bit of a blocked nose or something. How nice. Let's see it pass over at the level crossing. Yeah. Nice. Gym Depot, what can I say? Nothing. No. Nothing comes to mind. Not particularly that profound, is it? Bit the same when you think about Slade Green. Slade Green. Ding! I'm going up to an 80 in just a second. Here it goes. as we get to watch our fantastic, incredible acceleration. It is the most extreme gene forces you will ever feel on a train. As if. Yeah, 700 can do better than that. Much better. Those trains are fantastic. I want those trains in this game at some point. Those, right fun. That would be brilliant for the Southeastern Metro. Or some sort of Thameslink route. That'd be awesome. Thameslink core and then out to somewhere else. Yeah. I'd have that. I'd buy it. Now approaching Rainham Station at 80 miles an hour. Seeing that speed board, that signal there, means we just about need to start slowing down. Bring us down to a single yellow. Expecting the next signal to be red. That's for a level crossing. That's all fine. You'll be okay. In the meantime, while we're slowing down, I'm going to have a bit more drink. And we're going to make it? Yeah. Just coming down to 30 now. It's sort of recommended to enter a station at 30 miles an hour. 35, 30, 35 max. You don't want to be blowing people's socks off when you enter the platform. And then breaking people's necks when slowing down. Because I quite like a very, very nice slowdown like this. Slowly trimming our speed down. Trying not to hit that red signal as well. That would not be ideal because then it would literally go game over, back to main menu. In old train sim it would go, you pass a red signal. Oh well, we'll tell you later. Very nice. Look, it's gone yellow already. Nice. And green. Okay, yeah, now we wait. Hello, people. Ugh. Yeah. Get away. I'm safe inside my air-conditioned box. I'm going to turn my air conditioning to panic mode. Now I will suffocate with the fans off. Hello? 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 Who's this? Yeah? Back midway, I sure will. Awesome. Back midway, UK City of Culture 2025 bid. Nice. Let's get this train moving. And there goes our 027. I said, yep, and there it goes. Cool, cool. And up to a 70 limit, I believe. No, and it goes, so it's still 80. Wait, yeah. 80, yes, 80. And then 70 at Newington, yes. Okay. Shush. I know what you're thinking. I know you think I'm underqualified for this job. I know what I'm doing. I know this route. I swear. I swear I know it. That line, right there, the left, and the right, those are slow lines. Those are for trains stopping at Newington. Trains not stopping in there, even slow trains not stopping there, go for this middle line. because those lines on the outside are slower. You will even see freight trains going through the middle as well. Most of the time. Next stop, Sittingbourne, not too far away. Wanna know how far away it is in meters? I ain't telling ya. None of your business. Wanna know how many signals away it is? I don't know. Why are you asking me? Am I meant to know? Yes. Do I know? No. Am I saying stuff just for the heck of it to burn time? Yes. Mind your own damn business. I do my thing, you do your thing, you do watching. If you are watching. Brilliant. If you are watching, thank you very much. Like, subscribe, I don't know, share it. Who are you going to share it to? Huh? I don't know. Someone. Friend. Dog. Cat. I don't know. They might be interested. What about the monster under your bed? They might want to, you know, they got interest too, that monster under your bed. You should show it to them. Just sort of stick it on play. Show it to them. Full volume. I don't know. Probably not. Just prop it up. They can see from underneath the bed. Great time. Passing through Newington. Blow the horn. And bring our speed back up. Isn't this just relaxing? I could fall asleep doing this. Wait, no, that wouldn't be a good idea. No, I take that back. I would not fall asleep at the controls of a train. Making that clear. Very, very clear. On the other hand, if I was in the passenger compartment, it would be easy to fall asleep. Yet, I don't want to be looking out the window. Because I'd be so interested. But yes! Window! Window view! Let's go back up to 80. I'll tell you what I should do in the future is some bus driving videos on OMSI. Because that's a brilliant game and that never breaks. It's always reliable and not laggy. No, I should try it. Be a little bit of fun. Record a video. Hope it goes well. Upload it. No views. Woohoo! I have done good in life. I have many successes. And apparently not having good frame rates is one of them. Ah, we're approaching Sittingbourne. How quick was that? There's our first junction that goes off towards Sheerness-on-Sea. Luckily, it's not actually on sea, and when you step out the train, you don't get your feet wet in the ocean, in the sea. No, no, no. But it's close to the sea, okay? It's not far, maybe a mile, I don't know. I ain't going to tell you much about it. But here is where you can catch the train to Sheerness-on-Sea. Just arriving at now. This is Sittingbourne. Of course, everyone here was born sitting. It's, well, yeah. Unfortunate, isn't it? You wouldn't want to be born in Sittingbourne. It's not a good deal. But then you wouldn't want to be born in Hull either, so. Hey! Is that my stop marker? No, my stop marker's up here. Easy does it. And We made it to Sittingbourne. Let's have a look out. Woo! Oh, no. No, thank you. I will sit here and play my cab light. See, for the advanced drivers, there's a advanced mode. It's called blind down. You sort of just drive like that, and you guess the signal colours. You guess where you are. You guess the speed limits, even though you should already know it. You just guess everything, you know. Because when you're a professional driver, when you're an advanced driver and you know everything, you don't need to see out the window. It might as well be foggy, for all you care. Anyway. Must not use on CTRL. What can go wrong? I want to try it now. First aid. Oof. More like last aid. Quick, get the last aid kit. Isn't there things that should be doing before that? So you know how you get painkillers? What if you could get pain inducers? Man, this doesn't hurt enough. What I need is a pain inducer. 1 or 2 tablets, maybe every 6 hours, keeps you going, fills you loads of pain. You will live in agony, and you may like it. I'm not judging. If you like agony, sure, go ahead. If you don't have it. Or do, try it anyway. Obtain it at your local pharmacy now. And I'm pretty sure the ground swallowed up a little hut there. That's very much what I did see. Now, 6 miles, already done it, is Faversham. We'll be passing through Tenham. Or some people may want to say Tainham. No, don't say it's Tenham. It's like Metham. Some people say Mepham. Meopham? No, it's Metham. Deranged. No, that's not a station name either. I'm just saying the people that say it wrong. Tell ya. Lovely route this. I could drive this route all day, up and down, brilliant. I think it's the best route so far on Train Sim. London to Brighton as well, that coming out in summer. Oh yes. Oh yes. That's like one of, I think it was one of the first good DLCs or whatever. Or at least one of the first DLCs in Train Sim. Man, that's old. But good. Very good, yes. Very good route. And it's going to be awesome in Train Sim World. You're going to have the Gatwick Express 387. Reuse 377. Yeah, okay. Sure, it'd be nice to have a 700 on that route as well. They could include that in the future as a DLC, like with the 465. They did that, so. There's 2 other routes that are coming out with it, with the rush hour. What is it? Some sort of Germany route and a USA route. Horrible. Whew. Trying to think about it. Tin can trains. What are they thinking? I mean, I'm all for recycling things, but do you have to have a train looking like a tin can? So you just took a tin can from Tesco's, undid the label, and there's your inspiration. Corrugation. Not to mention their high-speed trains aren't that high speed, nor frequently high speed, or frequent. I'm awake. I'm here. Oh. What? How am I that late? How did I do that? I swear it wasn't me. I didn't do it. Bit of brakes. Actually, on the approach now to Faversham, our next speed limit after this will be a 60. And then we will arrive into the station. There you go, our 60 in just about a mile. There's our warning for the 60. And here will be our warning for the double yellow. Of course, we are now on approach to Faversham and will be shortly arriving at Faversham. When you leave this video, please remember to keep all your belongings with you when leaving the video. Thank you for choosing this channel to take you to Faversham from St Pancras International over the high-speed one. Change at Faversham for other videos and train services to places. I don't know. I drive a train. How am I meant to know? Do remember to have your tickets ready for the barriers if you do plan on leaving the station. And remember to keep your tickets in a memorable place if switching trains, because your tickets will probably be checked. For people staying on this train, the driver and train manager will now be changing over as we do a short little stop break here. Once again, thank you for choosing TSW2 for the video and Southeastern for the high-speed service to Faversham. And we've stopped. Brakes on. Doors. Just because the AI doesn't like it. We did it. We made it to what they call Faversham. Would you believe it? Yeah, I do like my screenshots. Nice. Let's see how we did. Speeds? Yeah, they're okay. All over the place. Sure. Actually, I did do very good stopping at Isley. Nice. Stratford, not good. You can still see the descent into being late. It sort of all falls apart after Gillingham. Yeah. 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 Hey, but I got more points. That's nice. And we did 51 miles on this trip for an hour and 12 minutes. And this video's gone on for an hour and 16. That's nice. Very nice. I barely walked anything. Awesome. Once again, thanks for watching. I'll see you later.